Hi, and welcome to 50s Unscripted. I'm Shelley, your host, and I'm so excited to have you here as I embrace my second act. I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. Season 1 fully up and running, and you can watch it on YouTube at any time. And you can also listen anywhere you are on your choice of audio, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and Spotify. Also on Substack, where you can find some amazing articles. Today, I am super excited to welcome a former colleague, health and wellness advocate, and a good friend of mine, Sherry Sutherland. She recently retired after more than 35 years in her career at the Ontario Public Service, where we work together. She is passionate about mental health and personal growth and helping people become the best versions of themselves. She believes the biggest lessons in life often come from the unexpected or unscripted moments. Sherry joins us for a conversation about burnout, recovery, and rebuilding after unscripted setbacks, and will share how 2 major turning points forced her to slow down, reassess priorities, and develop simple frameworks for resilience and personal growth. Sherry resides in Blue Mountain, not too far from here, near Collingwood. And however, right now her winter plan is way better than mine because she is joining us today from Portugal. Benvenuto, Sherry. I think I said that right.
Bom dia. Bom dia from beautiful
Bon dia, is that it?
Portugal.
There you go. I don't know. I looked it up online and obviously it wasn't the right one.
There's all kinds of ways to say it. So,
Well, I'm so excited to have you here. And I just want to turn it over to you and let you start us off and share your story.
well, thank you so much for inviting me to come and speak on your lovely program. I have been listening to you on Spotify as well. You're easy to find, which is really good.
Awesome. I'm glad
So
to hear that.
there's, Shelley, you and I have so much in common. It's unbelievable. We both have 3 daughters, correct? We both
Yep.
have three
Yes, we
daughters.
do.
Yes. Okay. So I feel like everything is like I'm singing to the choir because chances are everything I've gone through and experienced, you have as well. But I'll just share with you some of my version. I'm going to go way back in the way back time machine to 2005, to 2005 to 2007, to that 2 year time period.
Mhm.
I got into 6 car accidents in 2 years. All
That's
my
not fun.
fault. All of them.
Oh, no.
Seriously. I was raising 3 daughters. If you can imagine, they were in grade school, high school, and college. So
Wow.
3 different, ideas, 3 different rules, 3 different schools,
Hmm.
every allergy imaginable, no bananas, no oranges, no peanut butter. So making lunches alone was such a chore and a task.
Hmm.
They were involved in competitive sports. I was working full time, of course, for the government. I was also working part time at Good Life Fitness as a personal trainer, using myself as a measuring stick, right? Like, if
Hmm.
I can do it, you can do it. I had no clue what I was doing. I really had no idea. I was married, and my husband at the time was in real estate, so he was not available. We moved into the middle of nowhere, 45 minutes away from absolutely everything, even a corner store. It was absolutely ridiculous, just driving on autopilot, speeding. I'm talking road rage, serious road rage. The kids were in competitive cheerleading and
Hmm.
soccer, and because of my size and my stature and my physical ability, I was recruited to the cheerleading team. So
We share that in
fun
common
stuff.
too.
Yes, yes, I was the high flyer.
Yeah, I just practiced for fun. I just did the basing and back spotting for a little bit just for fun. Nothing, we never went anywhere or performed. That was all.
Yeah, yeah, it was absolutely fun until it wasn't, until I broke my
Yeah.
knee. Yeah,
Oh
I
no.
had to have reconstructive surgery. But anyway, yeah, so completely on autopilot, totally overwhelmed. No clue, absolutely, that I was taking on way more than I was able to, right? Just waking up and kind of going through the motions and scarfing down dinner at the island and going through drive-throughs, like really just mindless way of going through life.
Mhm.
So around this time where I was just, doing the cycle, waking up every morning, doing it all over again, my father was diagnosed with cancer, with lung cancer.
Mhm.
So I had, believe it or not, a very glorious 9 weeks with him while he was dying in the hospital. It was very emotional.
Mhm.
But when he was dying, and I put everything on hold, everything that I was doing, everything I thought was important, none of it mattered anymore. I
Mhm.
absolutely deserted my family. I was racing back and forth to the hospital, coming home, having a shower, a quick bite to eat, and then going back to the hospital to spend time with him.
Mhm.
So shortly after he passed away, I had a breakdown. Absolutely. Then I had my knee surgery. So I look at everything, the car accidents, and I thought, oh, these are really unfortunate accidents, but really they were not accidents at all. It was me being absolutely mindless, not paying any attention to being present. So, the little whispers and the little taps became like a punch in the face and then a brick falling on my head
Yeah,
telling
no.
me, you need to pause, right?
Mhm.
So, the surgery is what forced me to stop, but the peace and the quiet and everything else really forced me to pause. So, what do I mean by pause? Pause, I use it now as an acronym because I think it's just so critical sometimes to just stop and smell the roses because we go,
Mhm.
go, go, right? We have
Yep, we
agendas,
do.
we have busy schedules, and we always think we should be busy doing. And we forget sometimes that we just need to be, and it's okay. Like, amazingly, when I stopped to take care of my father, everything got done. Like, I couldn't tell you how. I have no
Mhm.
idea how everyone managed and coped, but
Yep.
they did. They absolutely did it without me. And the world didn't stop or drop.
Mhm.
Everything was totally fine.
Yep.
So, pause I use as an acronym. And what I mean by that is by the letter P, I mean just being present, taking a moment and breathing, like
Mhm.
taking a deep, slow breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale through the mouth. It's
Yep.
amazing how you can go from frantic,
Mhm.
that sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system just simply by using your breath, which is absolutely magical. I've heard you
Mhm.
talk about it as well.
Yeah.
The breath is the most critical instrument we have, and it's free,
I know.
totally free
It's so
and
much better than all those
accessible.
other things you see online that cost a fortune.
It's crazy. A for awareness. And that is really connecting to everything, like
Mhm.
awareness of your five senses, right? What do I see now in front of me? I'm looking at you, right? I'm being very
Mhm.
present and I'm being very aware. What am I feeling in my body? What sensations are going on, right? So you
Mhm.
just walk through all the five senses, and it helps you really become very present. So, understanding, and by understanding, I mean the body keeps score. So, even when your mind forgets, your body
Mhm.
remembers.
Yep.
So, practicing that mind body connection to say, okay, my body is feeling this here. And what on
Mhm.
earth in my past has happened that's creating, say, this angst, in your solar
Mhm.
plexus or in your gut, right? Like, why do I always feel like I'm being punched in the gut? And the reason is because there's something in my past that I'm not addressing right now.
Mhm.
S is self audit. Like, this is an opportunity to say, all right, what can I remove? And what can I add to make a change in my life?
Mhm.
Because this isn't working anymore.
Mhm.
And E is for evolve, like take advantage of this opportunity to just become a better version of yourself. Make
Absolutely.
yourself a priority. And this is something you and we know this very well. We make other
Mhm.
people everyone else is so important. We want to make sure everyone's happy and they have everything they need. But the truth is, Like if we're at the bottom of our priority list, we can't serve the way we need to. So what we
No.
need to do is just flip that upside down, right? And just
Yeah.
become the most important thing, become the priority, and that way you can serve better and give more of yourself as well. So
I
yeah,
love that.
that's
I love
my
that
crazy
acronym.
story. My crazy story,
Not crazy at
2005 to
all. It's a
2007.
legit story. No, I love that. And
Oh
and
man.
and I can't like and I mean when I met you, I never would have guessed any of this because you were probably one of the most put together women and like I aspired to do even half of what you could do, right? Like cuz I was unaware of like you said, I hadn't taken
Mm,
the time to prioritize myself. And so I was looking at you thinking I want to be this person. Like I want to do what she's doing but I can't like in my head, like my inner
right.
critic, my lovely friend was like, "Yeah, but you can't do that." So I was wearing mask and I wasn't being aware and I wasn't being present and I wasn't taking time to reflect and evolve. So, and
Right.
similar, it was, my body said you've had enough and I had my own personal breakdown. So, yeah, I love that. I'm definitely going to be using that acronym, Sherry. I'm borrowing
Right.
that.
And it's funny that you say that because really I was just in a state of performance.
Mhm.
It wasn't even real. I
Yeah.
wasn't being true to myself. I wasn't being authentic. I was too busy people pleasing. And I was
Mhm.
just too distracted by everything that was going on, my external environment, that I really
Mhm.
didn't have a moment to go within. And I'll share with you another story. When I was healing from my knee, I went to the doctor, just to my regular practitioner,
Mhm.
for a checkup. And this is going to crack you up because here I am, a personal trainer, but I'm healing from a knee surgery, and I'm going through rehab with my
Mhm.
what my chiropractor, my physiotherapist. I have a whole team of people that's taking care of me. But I go to my general practitioner, and he pulls out the calipers and he starts measuring my arms, my legs, my belly, right?
Yeah.
And I've always been slightly underweight, so I thought no problem at all. I'm a personal
Yeah.
trainer, I whatever. So so he drops the news that I am clinically obese. I am
What?
clinically obese. Yeah, that was my reaction exactly.
What?
Like, what do you mean I am clinically? What does that mean exactly?
See
So
see,
what
I
it means
understand that
was,
for me when we met, but not you. Like, definitely I was in that range, but I would never have guessed that for you at
right,
all.
I lacked muscle mass on my body. My
Oh.
body was almost complete fat. The
Oh,
little bit
wow.
of fat that I had, like there was no muscle.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is a wake up call for me.
Mhm.
So on my way home, I stopped at Kentucky Fried Chicken and cried into a bucket of wings.
Been there, done that.
But, it's like, okay, I really need to pick up my game here. I need to start
Mhm.
working with weights. I need to
Yeah.
really get into yoga, work on my balance. And then I started thinking differently. Like, I really want to grow old and I want to be healthy. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to be in a wheelchair when I'm 75 years old. I want to be able to get around and keep up with my kids and hopefully grandkids.
Mhm.
I really want to be youthful. I want to
Yeah.
be a youthful old lady. So that's my goal, and that's what keeps me motivated. Is the idea that I really want to
Yeah.
um, work on that, and I don't ever want to be told that I'm clinically obese again.
Mhm. Yes, I
How
know that feeling.
insulting!
Yeah, I would
Oh
never have
man.
guessed that because you ran the wealth management and I think for that brief period of time when we were part of that group, I actually was making progress because there was really strong support and follow through and there was accountability. And so
Mm,
I wasn't in the right mindset yet. I wasn't in that fully accepting, but at least as we had that group, I was making progress. And then, it was only a short period of time and we disbanded and then I went back because it was like, "Oh, I can't like I am just, back to my inner critic and everything else and all my other issues. But that was one moment I do recall, one of the few times that I actually made progress, because it was a lot of the stuff I'm learning again now. Like you guys were teaching us how to eat properly, how to make the right choices, how to, you used to do yoga in the gym at work, right? And I'd go on my lunch hour and I'd be like, I can't do that move. And you'd come up and you're going to do this one instead. And you'd help me get into this alternate position kind of thing. But it was helping me do what I could, recognizing my limits and helping me to become stronger. So had I had the right mindset, who knows where I could have gone from there, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. That wasn't my story
Yeah.
at the time. That wasn't my unscripted journey. It was later on that I would find that. But yeah,
Right.
I learned a lot from you guys at that time.
Yes. And I have to say that that whole program was reciprocal, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I was also in a position where, you know what, I need to change. So
Yep.
creating this wellness program and helping people on their journeys to just be better versions of themselves inspired me as well. Inspired me to be a better person, inspired me to work harder. And I really learned the value of community
Mm-hmm.
through that very specific program. Like that program really changed my life. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought, wow, because people were coming and saying, you know, this really helped me and I really like this
Yep.
and this tool works and this tool doesn't. And I
Yep.
mean, we were sharing. So I wasn't really teaching or guiding, but I was more facilitating.
Yep.
And people were sharing with me their experiences, which helped me in turn become a better, the whole broken knee, the whole wellness program,
Mm-hmm.
everything else. I ended up being one of the most successful personal trainers at Good Life Fitness at Brock and Taunton in Oshawa because I worked with people that had disabilities and
Yep.
accessible issues. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they turned me to be the person that would help the people with issues. So,
Yep.
and I mean, I'll never forget that. That was very important to me,
Mm-hmm.
and to help people that otherwise felt helpless
Yep.
was absolutely rewarding and
Yep.
humbling. It was
Yep.
so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah. And we do need a lot of people like you, because that's one of the things. And I think that's why the exercise program worked so well for me, because you didn't try and push me to do things that I couldn't. You understood that there was a limitation and you didn't try and say, just try it. It was like, here, try a modified version, try using this instead. And so it made me feel capable and not ashamed that I couldn't do what everybody else did. So I know that's huge, and I truly appreciate people who do that. So
Yes. Yeah, it's a very difficult journey if you're not prepared for it, as you said.
mhm.
But I think once you let go of the shame,
Mhm.
and the idea that you're different, and the concept that people are looking at you and judging you,
Mhm.
like that's really
Yeah.
not happening. I For anyone who's listening to your program, and if you have never stepped foot into a gym, I highly recommend you do. And before
Mhm.
you buy a membership, talk to the person at the front counter, meet with a personal trainer, take a tour of the gym to make sure it's a place that you actually want to go to. Go to a few gyms and
Mhm.
check them out. I personally like Good Life Fitness. It's near and dear to my heart. They have a base camp where there's a whole half day training on how to wash your hands. Like they really
Yeah.
care, and how to give a
Good.
proper compliment and how to do the double handshake and make eye contact. So there's this whole connection piece
Mhm.
that's why they're so good at what they do, right?
Mhm.
So you go into the gym one day and you have to do it on your own time, but you walk around and say, "Hey, you know, I noticed you're using that machine. Can I offer you a tip?" Without
Yeah.
shaming them. "Hey, I see you're doing it wrong and you're going to injure yourself."
Yeah. No,
Just
exactly.
finding a nice
Exactly.
way of approaching them. So I mean, I learned a lot of skills through Good Life Fitness. David Patchell Evans, the owner, also of CamFit Pro, which I have
Mhm.
been a member for, gosh, I think 25 years now.
Oh,
I've been a
wow.
certified personal trainer through CamFit Pro, and I go to the conferences at the Toronto Metro Convention Center, and it's the highlight of my every summer. Like it really is. I just love the training, the
Mhm.
learning, the workshops, the lectures. It's just a
Yeah.
beautiful space to be in with like-minded people or people that strive to be better versions of themselves, whether it's just mental
Hmm.
health, nutrition information.
Yeah.
Like there's so much to learn from these
Yeah.
things, and the continuous learning I really appreciate. So
Yeah. No, I love that. That's amazing.
yeah,
And you did hit on a couple of things there that I experienced as well, because it's that we think everything's fine and we think everything's going well because we just don't see, right? We're wearing all these masks and all these personas so that people can't see what's really happening. And sometimes we're aware of the things that aren't working and sometimes we're not. Because it was similar at that time that we knew each other. I was employee engagement, right? And so I was talking a lot about mental health and encouraging people what to do and how to get help. And yet I was denying the fact that I actually was struggling with my own mental health and, burning out from every which way. Like the candle had nothing left.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I relate to
Um,
that.
yeah, yeah. And it's interesting that you say that because I think often the helpers are people that need help themselves. And sometimes it's just simply a mirror. I'm helping you because I need help myself. And by doing
Yeah.
this, it's a reflection of what I actually need and what I'm lacking in my
Yeah.
life. So I just want to give you another acronym. I'm going to throw it out there. It's called
Awesome.
SHINE. SHINE, which is the steps I took when I was really down and out and at my lowest. And I took time off work and I was healing physically,
Hmm.
mentally, emotionally, but mostly spiritually. I really went on a journey, right? Started to read books and listen to podcasts. But I adopted this acronym called SHINE, and that is I needed sleep. I wasn't sleeping enough. So I
Hmm.
needed deep sleep because I was waking up a lot through the night. H is for hydration, and I bring it up right after sleep because, often we're getting up through the night because we have to go to the bathroom. So, what I
Hmm.
learned a lot about was not just drinking water. Like, water is great and you should drink
Yeah.
water a lot, and I do, but we need to hydrate with electrolytes. So, for example, I now my late night tea, I like to just add a little bit of honey, splash of lemon, and just a pinch of sea salt. Just
Oh,
a
wow.
pinch of sea salt. So I'm creating an electrolyte. So instead of getting up 5 times through the night, I might get up once, maybe. And sometimes I
Oh,
don't. And this really helps me sleep better. So H is for hydration. Remember to get your electrolytes. I is for intention. Set an intention. And this was becoming a daily practice. I learned from Lady Gaga, right? She wakes up and she has this gratitude journal. And
yeah.
and I love the concept of having a gratitude journal. So what I do with setting an intention, Shelley, is I do it like I'm writing my own horoscope. So I wake up in the
I like that.
morning and I write a paragraph and it always starts with I am. Like today, I am going to get 15,000 steps, or today, I am going to dish out 5 compliments, or today, I'm really going to appreciate and love myself and do things that are towards self care. So, intention is really good. It kind of sets the stage for me.
Hmm.
Nutrition is the N in Shine.
Yeah.
Just a quick tip I'll give you as far as nutrition, because like we all know, it's whole foods, right? Eat a rainbow, veggies, fruit, legumes, nuts, seeds, all of that. If you love
Hmm.
chickpeas, that can be a staple in your diet.
Hmm.
Try to go 1 meal per day. OMD, that is vegan. Peanut butter and jam sandwich is vegan. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, there you go.
But the quick tip I want to give you is maybe simplify it and say, okay, I'm going to eat 80% from the fridge and 20% from the pantry.
Hmm.
So, just try to eat more food from the fridge on a regular basis than you do the pantry. And it's not about
Yeah.
perfection, right? Like have the
Hmm.
cake, have the cookie,
Yeah.
but stop stressing about it. Like
Hmm.
really celebrate it when you have it, because the minute you eat that cookie and you stress about it, cortisol shoots up through your body. And Chronic cortisol can block things like weight loss. So we
Mm-hmm.
need to be kind to our body. Again, right? It's that thing. You eat the cookie, it's a trigger, body remembers,
Yep.
bam, dangerous. So change the whole mindset around having the cookie. And the E in shine is, of course, exercise.
Yep.
So bust a move, get up and move as much as you possibly can. I mentioned weight training earlier, very critical for building muscle, right? We need that. As we age, not only do we want to build muscle, we want to work on our balance. A lot of people die from falling
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
working on our grip. Grip is very important because that old saying, I've fallen and I can't get up. So you want to make sure you can fall. You'll be fine when you fall and you are able to get yourself up. And another E, and I'm just throwing this in as an extra, is exposure.
Oh,
So
okay.
in the mornings, wake up and
Yep.
then to get your circadian rhythm going, right? You want to maybe have that lovely hydration of water with your lemon, your little bit of honey,
Yes.
whatever. And I like to add fruit, lemon,
Yep.
cucumber, and sometimes basil and mint in my water, which is great. Expose yourself to sunlight and try to not look at your phone for maybe the first hour that you're awake. Like really hydrate with water, get out sunlight, maybe go for a walk around the block,
Yep.
go to the mailbox, whatever you need to do. And that sets your stage for the whole day. Then you can come home, have your coffee, check your social media, and doom scroll, but hopefully not too long.
Yeah, that's my problem is getting up in the morning and doing that. But I love that's another acronym that I'm going to be borrowing too, because I think that's
Shine.
phenomenal. It is. It's awesome. And we should shine every day. Because I think that's important. Sherry, this is awesome and this is great. And I cannot thank you enough for sharing your story. So you've shared two amazing acronyms. So before we close out, is there any final words or any other advice or recommendations that you have that you would share with anyone who's listening?
Yes, I have a quick story that I want to share because I don't want you to think that I healed from my knee and then life was perfect and I lived happily ever after. That's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was great, but I did start drinking quite regularly as a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
I was in grief counseling. I learned a lot. I learned my marriage was over, which
Mm-hmm.
was actually a good thing because I was with the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
But needless to say, still a lot, still coping. One glass of wine while I'm cooking dinner, another glass of wine while I'm eating dinner turned into, a few more. Finished the bottle, and it became a habit where I was drinking every night for almost 25 years drinking.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, high functioning.
Yeah.
I could get blackout drunk and go to work the next day and function like a regular human being. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I was really low functioning and low
Mm-hmm.
energy, and it was never good. And then after one disastrous night, I came across a book on my Audible. It was Alan Carr's How to Control Drinking. And
Mm-hmm.
I never said that I would quit drinking. I just promised myself that I would read the book.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
all. And then the rules in the book are you just need to be sober while you're reading it, and you have to make sure you read every line. So anyway, I followed the
Mm-hmm.
script and I read every line, every page, and then by the time I got to the end, and they invite you, and you are to drink, continue to drink while you read the book. And at the end, he's like, you can have your final drink now. And I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. So I
Yeah.
haven't had a drink. I'm happy to announce I haven't had a drink since October 31st, 2024. I
Oh,
have
that's
been
amazing, Sherry.
sober. And when you have that person in your life that's like, you must try this wine. It's absolutely exquisite, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, it tastes like sour milk to me.
Yeah.
So it's not like I am struggling. It's not like I feel like every morning I wake up and think, is this going to be the day that I'm going to drink? I know in my heart of hearts that I will never
Mm-hmm.
drink again. So I just wanted to share that story, and share that book with your audience.
Absolutely.
It may or may not work. I believe anyone who reads it the way it's supposed to be read will quit drinking.
Mm-hmm.
but awareness again, just
No,
become aware of
absolutely.
who you are, what's going on in your body, and maybe what you can do to change. So
No,
again,
that's
it's
fantastic.
point A, like getting from point A to point B. I refer back to my 6 car accidents. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. It's the stuff in between, right? It's the car ride. That's where the quality conversations are happening. So slow
Yeah.
down, pause,
Yeah.
shine, enjoy life.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, that's amazing. And congratulations, Sherry. I'm astounded. There's so much I've learned about you. I thought I knew everything about you, and now there's so much more I've just learned today. I cannot thank you enough for being part of the conversation and sharing your unscripted journey. And we'll definitely share the title of the book and everything, and put it on the website as well, so people who can try it, because it
Love
may
it.
work for somebody else. So no, absolutely. And hopefully you'll be able to come back and join us again, and maybe in other events. We'll see and have you in other conversations. But thank you so much for being part of this community. And if you have a story that you would like to share, you can reach out to info@50sunscripted.com, or go to our website, www.50sunscripted.com, and fill out the form. Thank you for joining today. And remember to like and subscribe so that you never miss an episode and are always up to date on the latest conversations. Thanks again, Sherry, for being here. So grateful to have you. Be kind, be strong, be you.